Hello everybody. Well, we finally did it. We are at the end of the Spyro marathon. Don't be sad because it's over. Be glad because it happens. Today we're gonna be talking about Spyro 3. Well, it's the one some people like, while some people dislike. For me, however, well, you'll see. So this time development started from when Spyro 2 was released all the way to September 2000. That's also why this game is called Year of the Dragon, because it was released in the 2000, aka the Year of the Dragon. So after unaliving Ripto in Spyro 2, in the world of dragons, a mysterious bunny and her henchmen creatures are stealing the dragon eggs while the dragons and Hunter are asleep. It's a matter of time, however, before they accidentally wake up the dragons. However, they manage to escape. Said bunny named Bianca turns out to be working for a sorceress who sends the dragon eggs all around the world. Being the only one who can fit in the hole, Spyro, Sparks, and Hunter are sent down the hole to find the thieves and recover the dragon eggs. You know, nothing out of the ordinary for a Spyro story. So, instead of collecting dragon crystals or talismans, you're now collecting dragon eggs. It also seems they were already named. So pretty much all of his moves from the second game have been kept, which is pretty nice. Also, once you kill an enemy, this time gems come out of them again, just like the first game. No more souls, smalls. Nonsense from the second game. The different worlds are once again filled with different types of NPCs. Unfortunately, this time however, the cutscenes that used to play before and after in Spyro 2 don't return here. Which is a bummer because I really like those. But something you can do is breathe fire / charge at them. Okay, well that's not new, but unlike in the previous two games, they actually react to being hurt. And that's a detail I really like. What is wrong with me, some people may ask? I don't know. Missions are back from the second game. Like, there's one where you need to guide 3 sun seeds into a pot of lava so that they can be fused into a sun. The hockey missions also returned, but instead you freeze cats and use them as pucks. I don't know why, but I find that so funny. And then there's the most 90s thing ever, skateboarding. Yeah man, totally radical, groovy. I feel like the devs were inspired by Tony Hawk, Pro Skater, and seeing how the first game came out a year earlier than this game, it's most likely. And as weird and completely insane as that sounds, I actually really like these. It's pretty much like a Pro Skater game, but without all the fat like grinding and stuff. I mean, sure, at the end of the day, one's clearly better than the other one. It's Tony Hawk, there's no sugarcoating it. But this is still fun on its own right. The flying stages are back and just as fun as ever. Again. God, it feels like the third time I said that. Standard stuff. This time however, only Hunter is giving you challenges. And instead of simply assisting him, you get to play as him. It's pretty much still a one-style gameplay thing you will never see ever again. Fun. Something new added to the flying stages are races. You race while flying through rings. Wait, why does that sound familiar? I might be misremembering things. Spyro isn't alone, however, because just like Sonic Adventure, that's the second comparison to that game I made. Weird. He also came with friends. I already mentioned Hunter, but there's also Sparks. His levels are reminiscent of shooters like Galaga. They function and they're boring. Don't get me wrong, they're fine, but why are these here? And then there's a
space monkey.
That was a whole lot less funny than I was hoping for. Agent 9, oddly enough, feels like a precursor to the Ratchet and Clank games. Just without all the different guns, or sci-fi, or massive destruction. And honestly, it's really fun. But then there's Bentley. Oh my god. Not only is he the slowest, but his boxing minigames just plain suck. I mean, come on. The Mario themed Game & Watch Game Boy Advance game had better boxing than this. At least I could beat up Waluigi there. Sergeant Bird, ironically enough not a bird, can waddle around and also use his jetpack to fly. He can also shoot missiles because he can. Being a kangaroo means that Sela can hop around, jump really high, and kick things. They're great and all, but it does feel like they wanted to have variety for the sake of it. Okay, so remember the evil sorceress from before? Well, it turns out that for the bosses, she pretty much enhances her minions with magic, kinda like Yoshi's Island. And man, some of these look terrifying. Along with normal bosses, there are also mid-bosses, pretty much bosses mid-level. They fit the theme from the level they're in, even if they're not really that threatening. Throughout the game, we also see that Bianca slowly turns from bad to good, pretty much realizing the sorceress' true intentions. Oh, and I guess Bianca and Hunter fall in love, good for them. Ironically enough, the sorceress is probably the easiest one. I mean, you do get to fight her in a spaceship, that's pretty cool. She's too easy though. So after unaliving another villain twice in a row now, we see Spyro getting interviewed. A really neat callback to the way the first game ended. We get to know that Spyro and Elora have feelings for each other. Wait, Elora? And that's the professor too!
My baby!
And in the bonus levels, first you get to burn money bag. Then you run around collecting a lot of gems to unlock doors. You also get to chase thieves. There's a jet race that controls poorly and is overall very frustrating. And you get to defeat the sorceress again. But doing so lets you save the last dragon egg. What's my final verdict on the game? Well, I honestly prefer Spyro 2. Don't get me wrong, I still like this game, but with this one, it felt like they bit off a bit more than they could chew. However, I do recommend the reignited version over this one. It made some live improvements that actually improve on the original. And sure, it may be a bit buggy, but it's not as buggy as when it launched. In fact, I prefer Reignited Year of the Dragon over Reignited Ripto's Rage. Yeah, I said it.
It's time for random trivia!
Just like tradition, another Crash demo was included. This time, it's Crash Bash. The first Crash game not to be made by Naughty Dog. Let's just say it exists. While we're on Crash Bash, did you know that via a simple button input code, nearly every single level of the game can be accessed via a debug menu? And so ends our Spyro marathon. To be honest, I really had fun revisiting these games. Now I know some of you are gonna ask if I'm gonna also review Enter the Dragonfly or even the Legend of Spyro games. Maybe later. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.